Is it possible my form was off because I was doing 444 pounds? If I lower it to maybe like 180 or something, then maybe my form will be better.
They don't have cables that go past that. What up, it's your boy John Extreme. I have BB Performance to tell like it is. Please stop making these straight arm pulling mistakes. Watch this video, let's figure it out. Out of all the exercises that you were doing, I thought you were trolling me with this. So this is like, it's a very common mistake a lot of people make. You're doing like this. It was like it was like that, right? And I get it, right? Because it's a hard one to do. My other client in person, he'll do it like, it looks like he literally does this.
Maybe he's practicing for something.
He ain't practicing for nothing, man.
All right.
I don't want you doing this. It looks so bad. So it's not this, and it's not.
In my defense, I was recording my third set. So I was, I feel like the first two sets were less nasty, possibly. I might be wrong. But by the third set, it was
the first rep, bro.
Whatever.
It was like the form broke down at the end. It was the first rep. So I thought you were trolling me because your face looked so serious. And then when you started, I was like, what's he doing? I'm like, there's no way he's watched me do how many videos on how to do straight arm pull downs. And you're doing them like, and you were like you're trying to and you know what I mean? So anyway, it's a tough one to do. Like I said, that whole bring your chest up thing, that's gonna be your biggest challenge, is bring your chest up and then making sure that your traps don't engage, right? So the easiest thing people would do to try to make this thing go down is use your traps, and they do this, right? Because it's the first thing that's gonna come on, apart from using their triceps as well. So when you're doing this, which is actually not bad, take it on the bar like this, right? And then don't have your elbows like this, because when they're tucked in, when you start pulling down, you're gonna start bending your elbows and you're like, my triceps are giving out early in the set. So we wanna have your hands on the bar, then let your elbows stick out to the side. So when you're pulling down, they can't bend, right? When your elbows are to the side, you can't bend your arm. I mean, you could, but there's not. It's easier to bend this way than this way. So you're gonna be like this. That's your posture from the top. And then when you're here, walk back a bit so there's already tension or slack on the cables, right? Elbow's gonna be out. Then you're gonna lift your chest up, right? So that whole remember, put your hand on the table and push yourself down. You might feel your chest a bit. That's fine. You can be here. I know I've coached here or all the way this way to make it easier right away. It's easy to get a hang of by being a little more upright, and then your chest staying up so you can keep this and maintain this posture. And then when you're pulling down, pull down, feel your lats, feel this pulling down, and then you're almost doing a J going into you, not don't try and pull this into you like that. That's when you get this. That's exactly what it was. It was this.
I was not doing that.
Think about straight arms. When you're here, chest is gonna stay up, and then you're making a J. Your push is down far and then pulling into you, right? While keeping your chest up, all right? And then out slow, right? Your upper body's not gonna move much at all. So we're not gonna try to move ourselves down this way, and we're not gonna try and pull our body in this way either, right? We just wanna stay here to keep it simple. Keep your chest up and then pulling down and then in while our shoulders stay down. And almost you're pressing down as well too on this, to avoid when you're going down. We don't want to do this. As soon as your traps engage, then your lats aren't engaged. So your biggest challenge will be keeping your shoulders down, chest up the entire time. Use a lighter weight so you can just do it slower and feel the actual movement coming from the top. Feel a stretch, feel under your armpits, feeling tight, pulling all the way down along soup into your waist, and then pulling. So you're basically doing you're like this, right? And then doing this. Think about the bottom of the lift. You're trying to bend the bar over your thighs. But don't.
You're trying to Superman.
Right. That's a good one, actually.
Is it possible my form was off because I was doing 444 pounds? If I lower it to maybe 180 or something, then maybe my form will be better.
They don't have cables that go past that. But yeah, lower the weight. Lower it down and control the weight. right? Again, from the top, chest up, pull down, long swoop coming in, and then the bottom, almost like you're to bend the bar over your thighs, but you're not gonna actually touch your thighs and try and bend the bar. Just think of that here and down. And you see my back, how it's flat, right? My core is engaged, like again, like someone's gonna, punch your stomach, you box, and you keep a tense stomach, right? So when you're pulling, breathing, and keeping it tight, and then you don't wanna be like here, and this weird, rainbow looking physique, right? You don't wanna do the scared cat.
The what?
Scared cat.
What's a good weight for me to actually do? I think the actual weight I had was
light.
I think I had it at like 110.
110?
110, yeah.
No, you didn't.
I think I did.
And that's probably why you're sitting there trying to do the dynamite stick here.
I don't know what's going on, but I had it at like 110.
There's no way you had it 110. Don't put it at 110. But this is on 40.
I was trying to do it, and I was like, okay, it's working all right. The first round for the video I sent you, because it was my first week, the first one was, I have it logged in the app. So it was like 110, and then I was like, yo, that's a little heavy, and then I lowered that down to 100 for the second and the third one.
You need to lower it to like 40. Get the feel of it first. Not to make things complicated, but this bar is probably it's pretty heavy. So it's gonna give me some kind of weight with it when I'm pulling down. So this 40 feels a little light. Yeah, use a weight that's gonna give you still tension, but not a weight that's gonna, you have to force it down, because that's why you're doing reps like that for sure. Because you're like this. You're trying to really push this to the ground. My lats are doing the work.
How do I know then when I'm at a proper weight? Because I feel like if I go down to 40, I'm not gonna get tight, whatever I'm supposed to be doing.
And that's fine. So if you go down to 40 and it's super light, good, then just get the feel of it. Go up by a small increment until it gets to a weight that's, a little more challenging. You're doing a starter pull and you're not using your biceps, you're not pulling anything in. You're literally using one primary muscle to make it easy. So you don't have the help of being like this and pulling it in, right? So if you could add your biceps and pulling like this, you probably do a lot. You'd probably be able to do 110s fairly easily. But you have just this lat here, which does primarily this to the shoulder, right? Your lat's job is shoulder extension, which is this, right? Pulling your arm down with tension is this. And then your chest helps out slightly with it, right? So when you're doing this, you just want to have a weight that you can just feel this being used. And then eventually at the end of your set, you should probably feel your triceps a little bit at the end, because your tricep also does help with shoulder extension, but it's not a primary of shoulder extension. Triceps will help you do this, like a kickback, right? So it does help, but it doesn't help from all the way here, right? It really helps more so down here. So my tricep feels really tight here. But for most part, my lats are doing all of this, 90% of it, and then maybe your chest, your under chest. Your lower chest is helping out slightly. Go slow, get your chest out, get your posture right from floor to core, get yourself in position. When you start, you should literally feel your lats already. And I'm putting a little bit of tension on the thick part of my hand, like here on the bar. So when I'm just doing this and floating with it, I can feel, and it's okay to do that too. I would literally get a weight that's light enough for you just to kind of feel that movement in your lats, right? I'll keep my chest up and then, then go a little lower, and then all the way. If you have to do that, that's fine, just to get the feel of it. So next time you do, send me a video. If anything, just work on keeping your chest up and not letting your traps get engaged at the very end. Just don't do this. That's what you look like, man. Master. So bad.